I'm Annette McCoy, delighted to be with you as always, and equally delighted to welcome Rosemary Butterworth. Aren't we so fortunate, Rosemary? And for our audience, today we're talking about what makes the smile. What makes us smile? Before we start, may I remind you all that these shows should never replace your legal, medical, nor professional advice, nor your own sound judgment. If you are watching anywhere but through Angel Heart Radio Facebook page, may I suggest that you go over there, because then you can join in the conversation, you can ask questions, and basically we love having the interaction with our audience.
Definitely.
Well, Rosemary, we've smiled already. I hope that our audience is smiling too.
I hope so. Do you remember when I suggested what we talk about today and the importance of smiling, why I said it? I have this little magazine. It's only a little newsletter. Yes. And it says at the top, we need to laugh. We need to laugh to get through tough times. And at the bottom it says, what starts your smile? And I thought, that's incredible. It's not what makes you smile, but what starts the corners of your mouth going up, you know? And that made me examine that. And how many times I notice now the corners of my mouth go up. Say, for instance, when I'm in the shopping centre, or when we weren't in lockdown.
Yes.
And I see a young mother push a newborn baby. And you just have to smile. It just comes. It starts to smile. And I sort of lean over and I say, how old? And sometimes they say 4 or 5 weeks, you know, very, very. And these things just make you smile, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
And they touch your heart.
I smiled when I saw those beautiful flowers behind you.
Definitely. And I went and picked some freesias just to show the different colours of them. We've got acreage here, as a lot of people know, and we have lots and lots of big gardens. So we have thousands of freesias, thousands of them flowering at the moment. But how could you not smile when you go out to your garden and you just see beautiful colours? Smell the beautiful,
the delicacy too of those petals. Honestly,
aren't they beautiful? And then while I was out there picking a few of the colours to show you and show everybody, now I'm dropping them everywhere, I picked a snowdrop.
They used to be one of my favourites. You know that spring is on the way when we see those.
Yeah. And as you say, the delicacy of it.
Just,
you know, the tiny little petals. I don't know whether the audience, yes, you can see that now, can't you?
You can. With the little dots too.
Dots, yes, around. Oh, these make me smile. Definitely. Well,
I have daffodils staring at me. And when I moved in, a girlfriend very kindly gave me bulbs to plant. And it has given me great delight to watch them come up, to bloom, and then to bring them inside and be able to share their sunny faces. I think they're just beautiful, as, look, all flowers are. For some reason, daffodils really make me smile. They're just such happy plants.
Now that's interesting, why some flowers affect us, affect the smile more than
Right.
others. You know? And I went out and picked 2 roses, and they're not supposed to be flowering now, 2 double delights, and they're over on the other side. And I said, John, we've got 2 roses flowering. They don't know it's winter. And I picked them, and I think everybody loves roses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm very fortunate. My neighbour's back garden, or outside their property, there are roses blooming at the moment. So it is strange, isn't it? Because most of them are just starting their new shooting.
That's right. And because these had buds coming up, John didn't prune them. So he let them come up, see, just these 2 roses. And the others are all pruned, you know, and just got little tiny shoots on them.
Yes.
But getting back to smiling, this magazine, this little newsletter, I rang up the editor, a lady who puts it out, and I congratulated her because she's filled it with jokes. And she apologised to me for it. And I said, why are you apologising? And she said, well, with lockdown, so many events have been cancelled. And I had pages with nothing on them. So I filled them with jokes. And I said, I think that was a marvellous idea, you know. And
Absolutely.
one of them really touched me, made me laugh. It was, when driving into the cemetery, my GPS blurted out, "You have reached your final destination." Oh, you know, I said, look, it's not wasted at all, you know.
No.
I said, at this time, we need to laugh
Mm.
because it raises our energy. It makes us feel good. It produces endorphins in our body. And so our energy goes up.
So important. Now, Rosemary, I had reason to look at your book again during the week. And ho, of course, what page did I turn to? But the one where you mention a smile. And may I read from it?
Yes.
Dark mood is like a black cloud enveloping you, and an excellent way to make that cloud disappear and let the sun shine through is to smile. Simple.
Well, do you know what? It's funny you should mention that. I've got my book sitting right here. But do you know what I've been doing? I have been reading it and recording it.
Lovely.
And I'm making parts or chapters, extracts from the book, and tips on getting rid of the stress and anxiety out of your body, which is the whole book. And I thought, I just got this idea a couple of days ago. I thought, wouldn't it be good if people could put on their phone just a tip? You know, because I'm saying, notice what you're thinking, because your thinking create emotions, don't they? And take your energy down if you're being very negative. So one of the tips I read, and I put it on the recording, is if you're sitting at a red light, instead of saying, oh, when's it going to turn green, notice what you're thinking and smile. You know, just change your energy, change your thought. So what do you think about that idea, putting it on videos?
I think that's a brilliant idea. Now, I want to mention the name of it because I want to put it on Facebook as well. How to Move Forward. And there's a byline.
Yes, leave your thoughts behind.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have the manuscript here because I have lent the book to my daughter-in-law. And
the book, I have about probably a couple of dozen copies left. It's just about out of print. And I thought, I was thinking about getting it reprinted. And I thought, then I got this idea. No, just read it and put extracts from it. And that might help people smile and get rid of the stress, you know? And yeah, so that's what I've been doing the last few days.
I think that's wonderful. See, here you are using technology, using the internet to great advantage, because yes, it's fabulous having a copy of your book. However, having excerpts on a phone would be very practical, because how often do we want to read and yet don't take the time? And yet you're right. How if I'm waiting somewhere, invariably, especially if I don't have a book with me, I turn to my phone and do something on it. So great idea.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought people haven't, although we're in lockdown, I don't know, we sort of seem to be still busy and be cleaning out cupboards and getting rid of junk. Oh dear, oh dear. But look, it's funny when I'm reading it. I will read sort of half a page and that will go really well. And all of a sudden I'll stumble over a word and I'll say the wrong word. And I think, oh no, cut. And then I've got to go back and edit that bit out, you know, and then start that paragraph again. Oh, dear. So I've got to remember to practice what I preach.
Oh, ain't that the truth? It's so easy to talk the theory, but boy, to walk the talk is it can be a challenge.
Can be a challenge. I was doing really well, and I thought, oh, this is going well, you know, this little bit. Because I'm only making them sort of about 12 minutes long. I think that's long enough, you know, sort of thing. And I was nearly getting to the end of it. And all of a sudden, John came in the front door and bang, and called out to me. He said, I didn't know you were recording.
I was.
I was, yes. Oh, dear. And to remember not to react to that. It's just a situation.
Right.
And not look like a growly bear.
Yes. It's sometimes important to remember, and we quite often don't. I'm using the royal we there. I quite often don't, to take that little second before we react to respond, because it can make such a difference.
Definitely. It takes just a minute to change that emotion, you know, and understand sometimes your partner or your husband is only saying something because he cares about you. He wants to help you. And just take your time and say, thank you, I know you're trying to help me, but you're being a nuisance in the kitchen. Oh, dear.
I hope our audience are laughing along with us, because it certainly lifts the vibration, lifts our energies. And that's so important, especially at the moment, because we can go down the path of fear or we can go down the path of love. And I know which one I'd prefer to be living in or walking down.
Yes, I say to my guru, Sai Baba, every morning, may I love all, serve all this day. You know, May I not cause harm on anybody or bring harm to anybody. May they not bring harm to me too. And I say that every morning. And of course, Archangel Michael, my friend, surround me with light. Yes.
Well, you're certainly a shining beacon, Rosemary. You are
Thank
absolutely,
you.
well, wonderful. All of the work that you do, and of course, the ripple effect as well.
Thank you. I love helping people.
Mhm.
And in this day and age, I help them on the phone. I counsel on the phone. And that's my greatest joy. And of course, people are very stressed now, so I'm busier than ever. The phone goes more than ever. And the other night, John took the phone off me and hid it. That's what I mean by helping me.
Well, I marvel at all that you manage to do because you are on a big property. You are in a delightfully beautiful home that needs looking after, and you still have time every day to look after other people, care for other people.
Yes, well, that's because, I have friends that come in and help with the cleaning and help with the gardening too. And although she's been in lockdown too, they've been locked down, so they haven't been. Oh dear, you've got to laugh.
Well, you do, yes. And also, don't know about you, Rosemary. I've used this time to be creative and to do things that maybe have been put on the back burner because of other things. And so things that delight me, a little bit more time for reading, time to do jigsaws, or and yes, sure, straighten out areas if that's what I'm drawn to. But trying to do what fills my heart with joy at the time rather than feeling that I'm under obligation.
Yes, I have to do this, but rather, I enjoy doing this now. Yes. Actually, I said to one client on the phone, I think you used to knit, didn't you, years ago? Because her creative energy was right down when I checked her chakra system. And she said, yes, I did. I said, well, why don't you get some wool and knit? Just do some. She said, oh, it's been years. I said, well, get some wool. Anyway, a few weeks later, she rang me up and she said, I got some wool and I'm knitting tea cozy. And she said, they're in great demand. I'm selling them now. So, yeah, she was very happy.
Gorgeous. We have a delightful lady in this village who has been knitting beanies hats, beautiful woolen hats for people. And she took an order from one of the ladies who has a friend and she didn't know what to get her for her birthday. And I said, well, that's a win-win, isn't it? Someone's creating a job and obviously joy. So yes, it is a case of, all right, what did I used to do that has gone onto the back burner?
Yes, very much. And, when your creative energy's down, that's in your second chakra, your creative energy is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where your finances are too. So if you lack, you're living in lack, can't do anything, or everything's going wrong, sort of thing. So it's good then I get them to think of orange. Think of a beautiful orange vibration, and then go and paint or go and crochet or go and knit.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk, definitely. Go and garden.
Yes. Oh, isn't it wonderful to get our hands into the soil? Oh, love it.
Love it, love it, love it. I've got a lot of vegetables growing at the moment, and with the people not being able to come, I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do with 6 30-feet long vegetable beds?
Oh my goodness.
I've got so much silver beet. So I got a text this morning saying, would I pick a big bunch and put in a bucket and leave it by the gate? She'll crawl in and pick it up. So I'll do that. But it's wonderful to grow vegetables. It's wonderful, as you say, to get your hands in the soil. It lifts your energy.
Yes.
And I went out and picked nearly half a kilo of snow peas.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
they're beautiful. And they're so easy to grow, these things. And planted capsicum this week.
Mm-hmm.
And more lettuce, of course. And yes, I just need somebody to give them all to now.
To give you, sorry.
Pardon?
To give you what?
I need people here to come here. See, that's what I love doing, is giving them away.
Yes.
And
okay.
when I had all those pumpkins, when the pumpkin season was in, I put them in the street. And I had 30 pumpkins, and we put 10 at a time in the street, and people would stop and pick them up, And people said, oh, you should put a donation box out there. And I said, no, these are just, if they want to stop and pick them up, they're welcome to them. But it's just that there's a lot of single people that haven't got gardens, friends of mine, and I like to grow vegetables, and they can come and help themselves, Yes. It's fun giving.
It is.
I get joy from giving them away. Yes. That's lovely fun. Yeah.
It is. And then we find, Rosemary, the more that we give in a positive way, the more we receive in a positive way. And I would much rather receive in a positive way than in a negative way.
True. Yes, definitely. Oh, definitely. So,
now, yes?
I was just going to say, Lisa was going to join us. Is Lisa in the chat room?
No.
She's not.
She's on Angel Heart Radio.
She must have forgotten, or I don't know, but she definitely was going to join us this morning.
Oh, well,
I just wondered. Might. She still might, yes. She still might. So
I want to remind people that on your YouTube channel, there are meditations that people can use, and they're of the short variety, because I do know some people go, oh, meditate, oh no, I can't, I haven't got the time. Well, you've alerted to that, and you've responded to it, and have created some meditations that are delightfully short and sweet. And it is important that we take time for ourselves and time to still our minds. And we can do, Rosemary, it's interesting. People think, oh, I've got to sit still. Well, yes, you do have to sit well, or you can walk. But it's a matter of just keeping the mind on what, like we can stare into a candle flame.
Candle flame, yeah.
Or look at beautiful flowers. It's a matter of just zoning in, isn't it, on whatever.
It is so important to realise that our mind chats away to us all day about the past or the future, that we're never in the present. And as it's chatting away to us all day, it's creating our future. So if they're negative thoughts, we're creating more of the negative situation. And it is imperative that we sit still to practice noticing what's going on in our mind. So when we're looking at a candle, say, a candle flame, because I talk about this in the first part of my book that I'm actually trying to put on that YouTube you're talking about. And it's to notice then what we're thinking. Because when I was teaching and I gave the class the exercise to do, and they sat there for 3 minutes and I put a candle on the desk, and they're looking at it. Then I said to them, well, what did you notice? What did you think? They said, nothing. We weren't thinking anything. And I said, that's impossible. Unless you're a yogi or a master, there were thoughts going through your mind. But because they were passive and they weren't angry, loud thoughts, they didn't even notice them. So practicing meditation helps you to notice what emotions are going through your body, what you're thinking. And the minute you do notice, your frequency, your energy goes up because you've detached from that thought. And you're observing it. You're not it anymore. Because we believe everything otherwise what our mind tells us. And it chatters away with ideas from our parents, our siblings, everybody. And it's not necessarily the truth, but we believe it. But when we practice noticing it, we can ask, my God, I've always thought that. I wonder where I picked that up from. Then we are slightly removed from it and we detach from it. And then we've got a chance to choose whether we go on believing that nonsense or not. So that's why I always teach, don't believe a word your mind tells you. It's rubbish. It's just somebody else's idea. But there's a difference between that and what comes in the right brain, which is your intuition and that gut feeling and the knowing, isn't it?
Yes.
And we just know something. I just knew I had to ring you today, that type of thing. It's just a knowing. Always trust that. It's really accurate, that knowing that comes in. You just know it in every cell of your body. But the rest of it is just rubbish.
The monkey chatter.
Yes, the monkey mind, yes. And we need, just choose up our energy. And of course, that's another important thing, is that when we begin to notice what's going on in our mind and we're slightly detached from it and just observing it pass through, our energy goes up. We're not wasting our energy. Right? It just, I feel good. We can look around and see the blue sky. Yes. That makes us smile. It really does. Well, are we going to have a meditation today?
I think that would be wonderful.
Yes.
Our audience can put into practice what you have just been explaining.
Okay. I have no idea where we're going to go or what's going to happen, but
I love that about your meditations. You trust implicitly.
I do ask Sai Baba to give me something to say.
Yes, and then you trust what comes through. It's fabulous.
I do.
As with all meditations, please do not listen to this if you are driving or doing anything that requires your full attention.
So just getting comfortable. First of all, feeling our feet on the floor, our body on the chair, or wherever you're sitting. Oh, take a nice deep breath. Making sure your back is straight, but not stressed, not stretched too tightly. Just comfortable now. Perhaps you'd like to put your hands on your knees. Take a nice deep breath. Breathing in to the count of 4, breathing out to the count of 6. And notice now the feeling of the clothes on the skin, the temperature of the air in the room with you, the taste in the mouth. Being aware of all your senses, particularly the sense of hearing. Hear all the sounds around you. And as you breathe, let the listening run out further. Hear the most distant sound. I can hear the clock ticking in the background. Perhaps you can hear traffic in the distance. Now let the listening run out even further. Let your consciousness expand. Let it travel further and further. Perhaps now it's going out to the ocean. How vast the ocean is. How vast. Let your consciousness go out to the horizon, where the sky meets the ocean. How vast that is, the sky. Let your consciousness rise, going up, higher. Floating higher than the clouds. It feels so relaxing and peaceful. So peaceful, all the stress is gone as you float higher than the clouds, still going up. The earth's getting smaller beneath you. Going up higher and higher. And now you see other specks of light floating too. These are light beings. From other dimensions. Wonderful. They carry so much light and peace and love. You can feel it. Light, the peace they love. You go higher and higher, and now you're seeing ribbons of colour, some unusual colours, bright colours, like bands of colours floating. I'm seeing beautiful greens and golds. What do you see? It's perfect for you, whatever you're seeing. That vibration and colour and frequency is important. And you become one with it. It's wonderful. It's uplifting. So uplifting. So empowering. And you know it's important. It's so important for you today to take this energy back with you. So you start to descend, coming down slowly, slowly. Feeling peaceful, coming back down. You can see the ocean now. Coming back now into the room, into your physical body. Your consciousness settles into your physical body and your energy body and your mental body and emotional body and spiritual body. All your bodies are receiving this new frequency. So empowering. Helping you to be the best you can be. helping you to be who you are. You are the light. You are the love. You are that. And your mind echoes, I am that I am. And this new frequency goes into the cells of your physical body, empowering them to be who you truly are. Replacing any negative energy that was there with this new frequency of love, of light and empowerment. How wonderful. You are now exactly what the world needs. You are empowered to be the best you can be. You are empowered to be who you are. So feeling your feet on the floor, eyes still closed. Feeling your body on the chair, feeling empowered. Or give a gift of peace we've brought back with us to Mother Earth. So imagine light still coming down from the highest, flowing through our bodies, down our legs, out our feet, and into the earth, bringing peace and love in abundance to Mother Earth. This is our service today. We're bringing peace and love in abundance to her. And this light travels down through the earth to the center of the earth, to her heart. She sends it out through her meridians, through her grid lines, to people like Afghanistan, to places to Haiti, where the earthquake was. She sends it out in abundance right around the world. Bringing peace to people, places, nature, and animals. And she's so grateful for this light, this peace. She sends back her love, her gratitude, in the form of golden light. And it comes up through your feet, up your legs, up your spine, nurturing you. And it comes up and flows out the top of your head, high above your head through the soul star chakra, high in the air like a fountain flowing all around you, forming a sphere of golden light. How wonderful is that? You feel protected and safe and loved by Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, light beings, for sharing your peace and love. Thank the Masters. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Michael always protects us. Know that Archangel Michael always protects us. And when we meditate, we can say to him, Michael, when I open up, I only open up to energies of love. Nothing else is welcome in my body. Thank you, Archangel Michael. When you're ready, open your eyes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Rosemary. Oh.
Oh dear. That, as I said, I never know what I'm going to say, but that energy was so strong.
Mm-hmm.
The empowerment, never ever brought that back before. Never. So,
You were gifted, and you've passed that gift on to us. Thank you.
thank
And
you.
in turn, we've passed it on to Mother Earth.
Yes.
She's responded.
Oh, that was wonderful, taking it down to Mother Earth. Such an abundance of peace went down with it. It's remarkable.
Yes.
Okay.
And I must admit, I did smile when the love was coming back from there. It was instinctive.
Yes, it was. It was. What a lovely way to finish this morning, with a smile that came from that connected with Mother Earth, you know. Yes.
Yes. It's as though it is. It's all meant to be. That's how I see it. There's a reason behind everything, even though sometimes we scratch our head and go, really?
Truly. Yes.
So, thank you, Rosemary.
Very welcome. Very welcome.
And thank you to our audience, whether it be live or whether it be down the track. Please remember Rosemary's wonderful YouTube channel, where you will find such meditations. No doubt this one will be there in time. There are plenty there at the moment, and also Rosemary has shared with us that she's putting up excerpts from her book. So please reach out and allow yourself to be the best that you can possibly be. And remember to smile.
Thank you.
Thank you.